Hey y'all, hold on. Alright, let me get set up here. Alright, sorry guys, first live stream. I've never really found the want or need to do this. So, this is raw and edited, Lando Coon. I just got back from work. A lot of you guys might not know this. You probably can't see me very well, which is fine. But it's not about seeing me. It's about what I'm saying. Hopefully, I guess everyone can hear me. If anyone in the chat is on the fucking chat, let me know. I just want to say to everyone that get off work today, and I come back to see that. No, well, actually, let me start basic. A lot of you guys don't even really know much about Lando. Like I said, I kind of suck at videos and stuff, but I just felt compelled today. But one of my hobbies is I am a Magic the Gathering nerd. This has been a regular occurrence in my life since I was a young teenager. Even right now, my brother and his friend, who I'm not going to reveal, their identities are them. This is me. You already know me. But right now, they're playing a game of Commander, and this has been a traditional game in my family. Actually, it's become generational. And once again, these SJW libtards will not leave people alone. And I don't know how much longer this kind of things. This Gamergate, Marvel's being destroyed. They're tearing down our history statues. But, you know, I could deal with that. But when they start to mess with Magic the Gathering, that's where I draw my fucking line. I can't believe that we live in a world where someone can just criticize someone for not even anything like deep or inappropriate. It's actually quite silly. I mean, he didn't call her a fucking whore. He said that she was not a very pretty woman. She was a 6, and that she, because of her hobby, not even her occupation, her hobby, she is an 8 because she has all these young men who are unconfident and unable. Not even unable per se. They're just afraid to be able to do these types of things. They're afraid to. You know, they're afraid to do a lot in this world. And so they see this woman, they dress up like Leliana Vess. She dresses up. She never did Chandra, at least not to my knowledge, because I didn't even care. I mean, if I'm really that much about it, I'm going to get a girlfriend. Well, that's not important. But I'm going to have some kind of woman I deal with, get into MTG costume, and you can do it like that. You don't even have to get the calendar or nothing. You can IRL that. See, that's the message here. You need to IRL. Not fap it constantly, and then you're walking around wondering stupid shit. And this man got banned. His Magic the Gathering online was taken from him, and this person invested time and money into this. Again, this isn't just a game. I almost kind of think of Magic the Gathering. Well, it's a game, but I'm starting to think of Magic the Gathering like the European playing cards. Well, it's a lifestyle. But they're like the European playing cards of old, the ones we still use today. They're probably made. I'm not for sure. I'm not a historian on this specific subject, but I do know they're very old. And I feel like Magic the Gathering is becoming one of those things to where if it was going to die out, it would have done it a while ago. This game's almost 30 years old. Like one day, my kids would be like, "What are those?" My kids already asked me, "Hey, Dad, what are those cards?" And then I'm like, well, they're Magic cards, baby. One day she's going to find, well, how do you play Magic, Dad? I don't want to go, well, Magic used to be a game. I want to be interested in these new planeswalkers. I hope this game goes on and continues. It's transcended being just a game that like my friend Victor just put in. It's a lifestyle. This is the way, some of us, like, Magic the Gathering changed the way I interact. I mean, this is one of the first things this is a family trait that I share with my cousin, my uncle. We don't even have a tight family, but we all sit down and we can play Magic the Gathering. This has been something where, I mean, even Satanists and Christians unite on this game. And here we are. We have a skinny woman who puts on a fucking costume. I mean, and I know no one can see this, but if you can see it later or anybody, you know, I'm going to start doing these live streams more often because this is just kind of a test. I'm about to get on Twitter and see if we can get some people. This is just a preamble to our conversation I'd like to have about the ethical nature of letting these radical ideologies and these belief systems cuck the very things we do for fun. I mean, can we not have fun anymore? I mean, because the guy is white? Because the guy said some edgy shit on Twitter or YouTube? I'm about to say way edgier things than that. You nitwits. You know, I see we got one person in the chat. We got one person watching. Feel free to hop on chat, bro. I'm here to answer questions. I'm doing this strictly out of desperation because I'm kind of, it's probably Han. Silly dude. Okay, let me see. I'm not used to using this service yet. I've never had to do this. I'm about to share this on Twitter. About to share on Twitter. Okay, I'm just throwing that on Twitter. So all y'all on Twitter, holla at your boy. Spread this around. Well, here's the thing, man. What's going on is that I play Magic the Gathering, and this is it's a very important, it's a huge game. A young woman, I don't know if you're familiar with the cosplay crowd, but oh wait, we lost our viewer. Well, let's give that another try here. Really, what it is, we had just a little rundown. What's going on currently? Let me brief you on the situation. So a young woman, she's a Magic the Gathering cosplayer, i.e. she dresses up as the characters from the card game, and she's somewhat attractive, I suppose. And she has now got on Twitter and said, well, I'm quitting cosplaying because this YouTuber, Unsleeved Media, his name is Jeremy, he's a good guy, I've interacted with him personally. He's just kind of a shitlord, and he just said, look, you're a 6, and you get around all these teenage boys, and now you're a fucking 8, and you know, you're not that great. And she, she claimed that this man had harassed her for 2 years when he's made a total of like 3 tweets and a mention in a video. He said things like, why does Magic player's girlfriend hang over his shoulder, don't play the game, and just kind of hangs over? It's annoying as fuck. It's annoying as fuck. Nobody likes it. That's why I taught my ex. My ex-wife, we sat down and I taught her how to play Magic, and she's actually a formidable player. She's not just a girl. That's another thing that kind of made me mad, is because Deanna's played with my friends for years, and nobody has told her, oh, D, you can't play Magic because you're a fucking girl. All I've actually seen is motherfuckers try to copy her creatures, and and this young woman has more or less got this guy banned from the game. This is the point of contention where I think this has become insano, is this man has been banned from I guess he can play at his crib, that's cool, but he can't play. This is a man who goes to the big Grand Prix events. This is a man who goes to these huge, he goes to all the pre-release events when a new set comes out. He does vlogs about all that, and so many people love vlogging, and he does box opening, he does conversations about the game. And he's had not only his, what they call a DCI number, which is basically how they track your score so you can enter into these higher level tournaments. They took his DCI number, which I'm sure he had a fair amount of points, because he's probably a pretty good player. And not only that, they took his Magic the Gathering Online account, which means he put physical money, which I thought this was foolish anyway, but he put physical money onto a game. He bought thousands of dollars worth of cards. And wotc just deactivated his account. And I mean, that's akin to coming into my home and stealing my Magic the Gathering cards, as well as stop barring me from any tournaments. The injustice here is almost on a higher level than Gamergate, because Anita Sarkeesian was claiming men were doing this, as opposed to now this is individual, blatant, disrespectful, libtard bullshit. And I fucking can't believe this. Yeah, that's exactly right. He got banned because the thought said so. And this is the thing that's really cucked out for me. It's just what's really cucked out for me is blowing my mind is, and you can check this out for yourself. You can just go and come right back and check this out. You have Tulare College, which is a big Magic the Gathering channel. You have the Mana Source, which is a big Magic the Gathering channel. You have like all the other big Magic the Gathering channels, as well as the corporation that runs the game. Her name is she's just a cosplayer. That's what's crazy. She's just a hot girl that puts on costumes, bro. Her name was Christine Sprinkle. if you can help me get any kind of traction, that's why I'm live streaming, because I don't know what to do, and I want to pass this game on to my kids, and this is important to me. I mean, next to America, Jesus Christ, and my family, MTG's in. She's just a girl. I don't even really know who this thought is, bro. That's what's blowing my mind, is nobody knows. She's just a chick that, like, you know how on Comic-Con someone dressed up like Wonder Woman, boom? Same kind of thing, but for MTG and wotc, the Wizards of the Coast, that's the company. They pay her to show up at the events. You know, she's got some nice flesh. I'm sure she smells okay. And she jiggles around in costumes. And she doesn't, this is another major sin among Magic players, okay? You do not rip cards. Even if they're garbage cards, you don't rip them. You just don't, unless there's one card in the whole game that requires you to rip it. Otherwise, ripping a card is fucking unholy. There's assholes that play flip it or rip it with booster packs, and other players, they think it's funny, or other players be like, dude, I don't even want to fucking play cards with you anymore. That's how serious this game is on a lot of levels. Like, people don't even fucking play. Like, my homie right here, his face when I even mentioned that just like flabbergasted. I'm like, she's playing this game. This is why she's a fucking thought. She's playing this fucking game. Wow, good job, she doesn't play the game, obviously. She's playing flip it or rip it, which is already like a cardinal sin among Magic players. She flips and rips a fucking very expensive card that's highly useful in the game, where most Magic players have to pay $25 to $50 for that card. She goes, oh, that card was expensive, teehee? Fuck you, bitch. Like, why didn't you donate it to a Magic player in need? Why did you rip it and then laugh at everybody? Like, you're such a thought. And it's like, oh, and then she had a breakup with her boyfriend. This was blowing my mind. She had a breakup and then started saying this guy Jeremy's been harassed. It's like Anita Sarkeesian, but it's like worse because it's like one individual instead of like where Anita was like going with a whole gender. This woman is going after one guy and like the whole community, except like a small group of Spartans have like standing against this. And to me, this is a tide of darkness that's going to destroy my favorite game. That's why I don't live stream. I mean, I know that you're a subscriber, I'd imagine, and I appreciate you. But I don't do much videos because, frankly, I'm not a video maker guy. I'm better at speaking. You know, I mean, if you know me from my Windu experiences, I'm good at speaking. Videos, that's why I'm just going to resort to live streaming from about now. I'm going to be doing this more frequently because this is bullshit. And if we keep letting this fucking crap happen, we won't have anything cool anymore. We just won't. And I'm tired of it. I mean, damn. What's next? They're going to start talking about how weed's racist and sexist and someone was harassing a motherfucker at a dispenser. I can't deal with this. I do have a Discord. It's more for like, I'm a part of some Discords. I'd like to, man, to be honest with you, I don't even know how to spread the word out, really. Like, I'm not, like, Nick Burgett, he's a good guy. I do want to gain some traction. Nick Burgett was my main man during the Windu Wars. Really, he got all the technical knowledge, and I was just the mouthpiece, and he came up with some of the jokes, and except like the trash thing, that was all me. But he was the technical brain behind that, so I have to catch up on some skills. If you want to assist me, I really do kind of, I mean, if there's a Discord, you can help me spread around on Twitter. I think I can maybe get a Discord running for this because I need to learn how to manage these different social medias because I need to get some traction on this thing. Because we have to fight back. I mean, this is one of those this is like when they, we can't let the libtards win on this, brother. You know what I mean? We really can't because they keep winning. Trump was a good win, but then, it's just one thing after fucking another with these characters. And I thought they were almost defeated. But here we are again. And now they've come after Magic the Gathering. And it's insano because it's a card game. It's insano. I mean, this is insano. I cannot believe this is happening. So I'm trying to get some people. Somebody try to hit up Unsleeved Media. I got a little bit of contact with him. I talked to some of the other Magic YouTuber guys. And I want to try to get some kind of coalition against this because this shit is out of control. And like I said, I'm going to start doing some more live streams, man. And so I'm going to be a little more active on YouTube. I didn't know I could just live stream this easier. I do this more often. Is there anything you want to discuss with Lando? I know this is just me. But it could pertain to the topic. I'm sure that there's something in your life that has been invaded by foreigners that don't get what's going on here. It's kind of like what happens in our country, but in our game here. I mean, is there a game or something that that chat has been involved in that you really feel like has been invaded by other people that don't A, understand the game, and B, don't give a shit? That's where I'm at. This woman doesn't give a shit. My ex-wife, she gave a shit. She still gives a shit. She gives a shit. Like if I take a card out of her collection, she's like, why are you taking my card? She gives a shit. It's fucking insane, though. She never just was like, oh, I'm going to jiggle in costumes, General. She's like, oh, how does this work? Oh, this game's kind of fun.
Streams, creatures with
Oh, let me check my message real quick.
Can we block? Yeah, can. So, yeah,
What a dork. I'm sorry. So I just got a little message here on the Book of the Face. I don't have a, I don't quite have any of this other stuff put together yet, man. And I'm trying to get it put together, trying to understand how to put it together. I mean, I have Discord, though. I know, man, and it's just become, for me, I guess maybe it hits home for me because it's MTG, but, like, I can only imagine, like, what if this was Dungeons and Dragons? You know, what if this was Call of Duty? What if this was like some other man hobby? Like guys have hobbies to get away from hoes and thoughts and demands. Like, why are you fucking with my mystical game about airships and elves? Like, why? Like, what do you gain by fucking with this, you bastards? It's like, what do you want from me? I just want to play this game like I've done for years now in peace. And, you know, and really this is just kind of my first little test here. Now that I know I can do this with my Celliphono. I got a better mic. Can you hear me good? Let me know. Because I'm trying to really pick it up. Thank you for your support, though, dude. Thank you so much. Just insane.
That was 15 off.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. This is we've come into a strange world now. We've come into a strange world now, bro, and it's hitting hard. I mean, and people are surprised with this Harvey Weinstein thing. I mean, this shit is crazy. Like, people are so fucking blind to the truth. They want to argue, they want to complain, they want to talk shit, but they can't see the problem right in front of their face. And they're like, oh, Harvey Weinstein was touching people? Are you fucking kidding me? Matt Lauer had a button? No, really. Come on, guys. Come on. I mean, it's kind of even stupid. I'm on here talking about Wizards of the Coast when we have much bigger problems. And I apologize that for partly because I do try to talk about broader subjects. Fucking insane hypocrites. Insane hypocrites. It's worse than hypocrites. It's become good is bad, bad is good, up is down. We're being told all kinds of crazy shit. I met a young woman today, too young. I work at a laundromat. I'll be real about that. I work at a laundromat. And, one advantage of that is a lot of really fucking pretty cute women come in there. And, Lando's single, so he says, hey, they get to talking. Not really, man. I'm not a noble guy. Really, I'm a degenerate mudblood just trying to make sense of this shit. I just don't want to see civil wars, darkness, death, the destruction of my card game. Yeah, we do need to get to work. I agree with you, brother. Man, that short period of time I didn't have a job, Lando wasn't doing good. He was ashamed of him damn self. I couldn't even look myself in the mirror, look at my kids. Now I'm doing what's right, and I feel good. I don't know why people are rebelling against what's good. Work is good. It's enjoy work. Hey, fellas, do you guys enjoy work? I mean, I've learned to like what I do because I talk to these girls. But I sat here and had it, and I will say I had an enlightening experience today because I had spoke to a girl that she comes from Mexican immigrants. She is this, and she didn't ask to be born like that, right? So I'm talking to her, and I could see the fear and the unsurety, and I understand. One part of me is very nationalist. One part of me is like, if you're not American, fuck you. You know what I mean? I really am on that level. But as time has went on, I talked to her, I realized that that's not the answer to everything per se. Maybe meeting in the middle between the two might be a comparable solution than to doing a hard right or a hard left. So I spoke with her for a short time. I think a joint Mexican-American task force to protect the border is a good thing. So Mexico is enforcing their laws and protecting their people and not letting individuals who need to be incarcerated into the country.
You gotta pay 2 for each creature you attack.
It's reasonable. The left and the right will be, I think, a little bit more pleased with this as opposed to like the wall, because all it does is offend people. So if we just made a wall of dudes with sniper rifles, everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. I'm happy, she's happy, we win. Even though a wall would be fucking Game of Thrones cool, right? You want to go to the wall, fucking baking like a motherfucker on that shit. Fuck desert. But yeah, you know, things have gotten just so out of control, and I as an individual, am feel so compelled to do something. I find myself on YouTube, and I appreciate the 3 viewers I have now. I started out with 0, and I have 3 people, and I really, for me, that's big. That's big time. I didn't think I'd even get that. I thought I'd just be rambling on a camera like a monkey. Thank you.
When it airs a battlefield, make it a copy of any creature on the battlefield except...
no, we won't have 7-time. I don't even know how we have a fucking 7-time felon.
If this creature isn't
what the fuck is going on?
That's a copy of that creature.
You know, insane. I mean, that dude skated on all that shit. That's why I don't keep bullets in my gun in the house, because I don't want to do that. He doesn't give a fuck, because he can just skate on it, go to the sanctuary city, go back to Mexico, see Uncle Charlie, and come back here and act like a fucking fool again. It's not about race. It's about this motherfucker and give a shit. I know a lot of them like it. I remember in high school, San Francisco, it's been a sick place since the fucking degenerate as shit. It's been the most degenerate thing I've seen. It's been degenerate. My mom told me that when she was out there in the 60s and 70s, because she was a hippie white girl checking that out, she's like, you hear screaming in a bush. It's people fisting in a bush. Like, you know, it's insane. No, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but it's really wrong to have public sex acts to where you're screaming in a fucking bush because someone's shoving their fist in your rectum. It's nutso. And San Fran's like, oh, this is cool. You want to fucking be a 7-time career criminal that's not from here? Come on over. Federal government? What's that? I guess they do have their states right if they want a degenerate bullshit ass fucking... That's why California, fuck it. I'm like, cut the fucker off. Cal exit, motherfucker. Don't come crying to me when you get annexed by Mexico. Huh. I ain't coming to your rescue either, you degenerate liberal fucks. Because everyone's been begging you to act correct for decades. Decades. Look at Berkeley. Look at Berkeley. Look at the outright condoning of totally radical behavior as long as it's lefty. I mean, people would say that the Jim Crow era was bad, but damn, it wasn't just flat out degenerate and insano. Like I said, these people are, that's why this brings back kind of full circle to MTG, is because Magic the Gathering is not super important, y'all. I mean, it's a game. For me, it's important, sure, but is it important in the grand scheme of reality? No, but this kind of stupid behavior has infested every single... It seems to infest every single inch of our society. To where now, I mean, it's my fucking Friday night happy where I drink fucking whiskey till I black out and I can't even I have one good move left in me and everyone laughs the next day. How did this evolve into a social justice fucking issue? Mind-blowing. Fuck you, Wizards of the Coast. Fuck you. Watch those videos, y'all. I dare you to watch just part of that video, that hit piece that the professor did. It's fucking abysmal. No fucking evidence. And you know there's been hundreds of people scanning for any kind of indiscrepancy this guy did. It would have been front and center. The evidence that was, it's listen and believe. That's what makes me think all these women coming out against Harvey Weinstein and all these other people. How much of this is listen and believe and how much is actually fucking real? Because I just watched a dude get a lifetime ban from a fucking card game he's been pretty fucking lucrative for. Yeah?
No.
And I watched everyone cuck.
All the combats done at the same time.
Yeah. And since I already blocked this, I can't.
I can't. I'm on the live stream. I mean, degenerate Evergreen State College. You mean the one where that tranny blade rolls around with a fucking baseball bat? Yeah, I've seen that degenerate bullshit. You're damn right I have. And you know what I gotta say about that? Thanks, Democrats. Thank you, Obama. Yeah, that one is garbage, bro. I know exactly. I mean, as soon as that broke, my mind was blown. I have to explain to people that black people can think for themselves. It's nuts. I've had to explain to people. Just because I'm black, I don't automatically subscribe to your fucking bullshit rhetoric. Fuck you. Feel me? You're just... when you're, and it's, this is what they think. So, I mean, they got the guy, Brett Weinstein fired. Oh, I think they actually just paid him to leave because they staged a hostile coup of a university tour. I heard reports of this dude calling the fucking police and going, I'm going down there with a 44 mag. Yeah, they did try to take Evergreen hostilely. I mean, when I was there, I'm like, first of all, I'm like, how many cucks go to that college? Because if I had a wimpy fucking tranny girl boy tell me what the fuck to do, I'd kick his chest in with one good hit or die trying. You better be good with that motherfucking baseball bat. Because I've done SCA for fucking most of my life. Get some. High T. I'm done with this low T bullshit. Fuck those people. That's why dude is like, I'm going to go down there with a mag and just start popping these fools. Fuck them. People are tired of it. And that's why I told a little girl today, I'm like, look, lady, there's going to be a civil war if people don't pull their head out of their fucking ass with this identity politics bullshit. Fuck them. It's not real. You can't sit here and tell me I have to think a certain way because I am part black or because I'm part white. I have some kind of inherent privilege. What the fuck are you talking about? The only privilege I think I've had is the privilege to see that, yeah, I'm glad my mom was a hard conservative because I wasn't raised around lefty politics. And now that I'm an adult, I see lefty politics. I'm like, this shit is insane. If I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with what happened in the He Will Not Divide Us wars, but I mean, I came face to face with a commie. And I could see in his fucking soul that he believed this. And if he knew he could kill me in that moment, he would have done it and without a thought. If he knew he can overtake me and kill me and then impose his ideology on me, yeah, he would have done it to me in a heartbeat. I could see it in his eyeballs. And there's a lot of them walking around here like that. And things funny about it, they think they know violence. They don't know violence. You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm trying to stop this. And I know I've made friends with the alt-right, and I still have friends in the alt-right, and I'm not scared to say that. Yeah, Portland is disgusting. I mean, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, Berkeley, fucking I don't know where Yale is located, but that's cucked out to the max. Cucked out. All of the UK is basically cucked. I mean, it's not just, see, guys, I wish it was just cities, and, I wish it was back, yeah, Washington, thank you. I guess the thing, I don't even try to, get into too much of these, because of those Ivy League schools, even if I could get into one, I wouldn't go. You know what I mean? Because did you see what that young, this is not a place for education, this is a home. Your home's at your house, bitch. This is a motherfucking institution. Motherfuckers are trying to excel, not fucking pander to your bullshit constantly. And if I don't, you need to step down? How much work have you done to being a fucking tenured head of a college, a prestigious one at that? How dare you, madam? You have no right to ask anybody to resign. You resign from going to school there if you are so imposed. Otherwise, fuck off. This is where I'm at with a lot of this. And this is why I am talking about Wizards of the Coast. Because it used to, things are getting bad when it starts to seep down to little things in life. Like, of course, movies, of course, politics, of course, mainstream. But when you start to see it trickle down to shit like MTG, and you see this hard-handed communist-ass approach to what this guy did and what was said and listen and believe, it makes me sick. And I love the game too much just to quit it like that. And this is why I only have one choice. I'm going to fight this tooth and nail. And even if I'm just one dude fighting it, I'm going to call Hasbro, I'm going to call Wizards, and I need to talk to somebody because they need to sit down and conversate with my black ass because they have not produced 1 ounce of evidence. Show me the receipts. Show me the fucking receipts of this guy doing this. He's an edgy boy. Ooh. Yeah, these institutions have become breeding centers of this, and now enough time has went on. My mom used to tell me this when I was a little boy. She's like, these schools are liberal. And this is why I always have had a hard time in these schools, because I've had to struggle with being from a conservative household in a place. I remember 9/11 happened. My little brother, we see 9/11, and my brother's like, well, if anyone tries to hurt my mom, they're gonna die, and they put him in special fucking ed. Fuck you, liberal education system. So this boy wants to protect his mother. He's an enemy. No, you're the enemy. You're cucking our men. That's why they're walking around doing all this gay shit, because they think they're women. Look at the rat experiment. I don't know if you guys. I don't remember the professor. I just kind of skimmed over it. But towards the end of the thing, a lot of these rats they were just getting cuffed and ended up being gay and doing all this other shit. We have become a cucked society. That's why Islam's like, oh, we can just come over here and rape their women and do whatever the fuck. Because we think we're cucks. And what can we say? We are cucks. And we need to stop cucking. We need to stop the cucking. I'm done with the cucking. I've dealt with enough cucking in my life. Even personally, I used to be white knight boy. I used to think being nice to girls and all this shit was going to get me the putty. That's whack. I just tell the bitches nowadays, hey, this is what it is. If you're not on that train, get off the train because I'm moving forward. High T. Fuck this low T. Fuck this feminism. You can. I have a daughter. I respect women. You don't respect women, you be kicked in your stomach. Simple. Respect women, but don't put them on such a high fucking pedestal that they can go, well, I don't like him because he made fun of me. Snap my fingers and the guy loses his cash money and a game he loves. Yeah, I know, dude. Me too, brother. Me too, brother. Take no shame in your game. Shed your cuck. Be proud of who you are. You were red-pilled and enlightened on the truth. You don't have to be a cuck anymore. You did, and you chose different. I know I was cucking hard. I remember the last time I did it. I was dealing with this young woman. Her name was Kylie. And I cucked like a fucking fruta. Hard. And cucked. And what did she do? She fucked douche in front of me almost. And I'm like, why would she do that? I'm so nice to her. Because I'm a cuck boy. So I started ignoring her and not giving a fuck and telling her you're a dumb chick and you need to do this. You need to let your black dad out and quit letting your daughter act like this. Then she wanted to suck on some dick. Feel that? Been inserting like that ever since, bruh. This is not no low T. I don't give a fuck. I got acne, crazy hair, and I don't give a fuck. I'll tell that sexy bitch to get the fuck out of my laundromat at a snap of a finger. Fuck with me. You be my laundromat. You be at my crib. You be at the store. You can go anywhere. I'm gonna tell you. Stop the cucking. I find myself wanting to cuck, and then when I do, I'm like, why am I cucking? And this isn't even cucking, just stuff like, oh, I'm glad the internet's here. I'm glad that there is a community of quote unquote shitlords keeping male high T life up. That's what I like to call it, high T and low T. High testosterone, low testosterone. We got a lot of low T. Look at Antifa, it's low T. It's low T. You know, and the low T behavior is now, I mean, even one of my favorite planes, see, Magic the Gathering is about interdimensional beings that walk through different planes of existence, and all the cards you use are basically techniques and creatures they find in these places, and you pit them against each other. They're called planeswalkers. They walk through different dimensions, and some, technically in the card game, you're a planeswalker. I know it's kind of goofy, but that's what it is. And there's also planeswalkers within the storyline. One of my favorites, his name is Jace Belleron.
To create a 2/2 zombie.
Well, no, there's some T, but it's all in the women. All these women nowadays. You know what's another funny thing that keeps happening? Goes back to stop the cucking. Is now I'm finding lesbians want the D for me. And my brother was mocking me the other night. He's going, oh, well, you know, you just like women in drag. And I started laughing a little bit. I was a little offended. I was a little triggered. I like this nigga. Woman. No, they're women. Yeah, well, they're still women, brother. That's what they get reminded. When you get that 6 points traction on them, they remember real quick where they at. I had this bitch saying, hurry up and give me dick. I've been gay for too long. They might be chick. Yeah, you're right. These I think that the Antifa boys are more like transsexual individuals than transsexual individuals. Did you see the one that grabbed Ben Shapiro on his arm like, you're going to go in a hospital? Well, this is a fucking army sergeant in a goddamn wig. You know, insano. And like I said, you see these low T dudes. Like I said, these are a lot of white knight cucksters thinking they're going to impress libtard chick with his prowess on the battlefield. And like, I think the alt-right's pretty lame too. Like even Base Stick Man, he's like pretty lame, bro. He's pretty low T. Base Stick Man's low T. I was higher T at 10 years old with a stick and the shield. Like that guy's low T. Highly low T. The alt-right kind of to me. No offense, guys. You're alt-right. That's cool. But there's brothers in it that are low T. There's low T all over the place. I don't care what political affiliation you are. Get rid of the low T in your life and in other people's lives in the community you're around. Fuck the low T. I'm tired of the low T constantly. You wake up, you see people cucking. I'm like, bro, stop the cucking. I used to not even say shit to people. I'm just like, bro, stop the cucking. Stop it. She's not going to. That's really what this MTG thing is. Low T, low testosterone, and I do agree. The alt-right is dead because they let the white nationalist shit take over, and they really forgot the just nationalist part. You know, I don't know if it's dead though. I heard there's a unite the right too. And what I mean by low T, is low testosterone. There's high testosterone people, like Kratos, right? That's high T. And you got like low T, like I don't know if you watch anime, Griffith from like that's low T. You got like people like Sephiroth is low T, Cloud's low T, and you got like these high T dudes like Kratos high T, Solid Snake high T. You know what I mean? You can just tell the levels, power levels are fucking drastically different. Like look at this dude. And I believe personally, I don't know, I have no scientific evidence about this. Just I think you could change that low T, high T level in your body by just changing your mind. By going, I'm not letting this woman walk up on me because she's got some tits. Oh, you can't. Now you can see it. That's what I think about that. You tell them where you're at with it. You make your point. You get based with it. I had to learn a lot of shit. You know, I was a normie fuck until I ran into that camera. I guess I am based because I'll tell my own mom, hey. You can't be a fucking white nationalism not helping anything, Mom. We need to get to some viable solutions. Protecting the white race isn't helping anybody right now. You want to do that? Let's do that after we fix the communists creeping up in our shit. To where like they're banning people for making edgy jokes on Twitter. I mean, can you believe edgy jokes on Twitter? I mean, this is a card game where. No, masturbation's cool because it keeps you from killing people. You know what I mean? The soy, you know, you're welcome. The soy is okay. I mean, it's not what you eat. It's what you believe, brother. It's what's in your heart. It's not what you eat. It's not what you do on a day-to-day per se. Like, yeah, you fap it, whatever. I fap it. What's next? Unprotected sex. That's what's next. You know what I mean? Maybe preferably protected sex. Well, yeah, and you know what? I did not know that, and you could be, and that makes a lot of sense why these dudes are so fucking low T, because their mom's like, here's soy milk, baby. Now he's all low T, anti-fuck. Like these guys don't even know what fighting is, dude. Like fighting is a dance of death. That is how do you want lady boys? Because that's how you get lady boys. That's how you get them. Well, that's why all these cats are going transsexual and all this shit. What the fuck? Like, what does that even mean? How do you transgender, dog? See, that's why, I don't even, because, gender is a fucking made-up concept, man. And I hate to disagree with the feminists, but the guy, I can't remember his fucking name off the top of my head. I know these people, but don't always remember their names. I need to get better on my facts. But this cat came up with the idea of gender, took a fucking kid who had an accident with an circumcision procedure, told him he was a fucking girl for X amount of years. He's 14 figures is out, rebels against it. You know, all these people have such a high rate of suicide. You know, these people, I think, are mentally ill. I think they have a form of gender dysmorphia, or it's like those weird folks that want to cut off their leg. It's the same fucking thing. And there's something up in them. There's something up in them. I don't know what it is. I mean, is it delusion? I think part of it is, like I said, the low T. And then you start adding in, you add in the mainstream media. Because remember, when we were kids, I don't know about y'all, but I'm about 23. We didn't have anything else but mainstream media. You know? So a lot of these people were believing all this shit on TV. And if they came from, like, educated people, they had the really hardcore lefty mom going, oh, the fucking Republicans. Just like I had a mom who's one of those fucking Democrats. Same shit. And if we don't, and I told that little Mexican girl, and you know, I really do kind of see the fear, man. I'm starting to see that fear. And and I hate to sound like a cuck, but even the ruthlessness inside me can't just look at somebody in fear like that and then just kind of, you know, ignore it. I mean, she's afraid she's going to have to go through some kind of Orwellian wall or something. And I'm like, and I can explain to her till I'm blue in the face that, look, I don't want to just tell her, look, your family shouldn't even came over here in the first place. But I told her that in so many words. You know, I'm not even one to sugarcoat things, but when you got a nice butt, sometimes I'll let you slide. And I'm not going to lie, that's me cucking a little bit. But at least it's high T because I'm trying to get it in. But what I'm trying to do is, another thing I think has happened, especially in the 2016 election, everyone got in an echo chamber. You know what I mean? We just cut ourselves off from opposition ideas. Just cut them off. We're like, oh, Trump, that's it. Hillary, that's it. You know, and everyone was just kind of lost track of it and got so involved with the identity politics, and that's what I'm advocating against. I don't believe in identity politics. I believe in ideas. I believe in what's right and wrong. It's wrong to let people with delusions like being a transsexual hurt themselves and all this other shit. You know, I mean, and then you know, just like the right, they're so insane with they I guess they've been pushed so deeply. I really do feel like they've been pushed for so many decades about feeling bad about being white that it just blew up. And I get it, because I'm half white, man, and people say white, evil white shit right to my face, and I have to go, man, I'm half white. Are you insane? Oh, well, I know, General, but I don't mean you. I'm like, what if you just fucking said some really offensive ass black shit? That's supposed to slide? No, it's not cool to be racist, dude. You can make racist jokes. I do it all the time. But to really like not sell stuff to people because they're I even think it's stupid not to have sex with people because of their color. Like, I've heard people defend it to their blue in the face. I'm like, to me, that's kind of fucking weird. I'm like, aren't you concerned with the personality of the individual you're inserting yourself into? Or is really the skin color, like, what if the love of your life's a fucking native woman and you just swerve on her because she's native? It's nutso. It's nutso. It's insane. And it has caused nothing but bad stuff in their communities. And, you know, and that's why, again, we're seeing this in the card games we play. We see this in our food. We see this, I mean, when does it stop? What's the end? You know, actually, chat, let me ask you guys a question. What do you think the end goal of the libtard and the fucking power of the mainstream media and Soros and all these lefty fuckers, what is their end game? What do they want, in your opinion? Let chat on those flags a little bit, so I'm going to give you guys some time to answer. But really, in the chat, let me know what you think the end game is. And then we'll go from there, because I'm curious. I have my theories, and then I'll tell you my theory after I give some of yours, and we can go back and forth. Globalism? Yeah. Yeah, I think the globalism... But why, though? Like, what is the globalism for? Like, I understand the globalism. It's to totally tear down. That's why the Open Border Society is there. That's why he's funding Black Lives Matter and Antifa. That's why he's starting all this shit and forcing people to immigrate the Muslims. Why are they making this one world establishment? You know, and again, I know the tinfoil hat thing is starting to come up, right? But why the one world thing? Like, why the globalism? Like, so they can control the money? Well, they print all the money. I mean, they technically kind of made up money. At least the people that are dealing with it now. I mean, they have complete control of the Federal Reserve. It's not like they need money or anything else. So what do they want? What are they? Globalism? I agree with you. Next thing would just be why. What do you stand to gain when you already have the whole world? All the pussy, all the drugs, all the cars, planes, explosives, meat. Have it all. It's all good. Alcohol. You know what? To turn America into bizarro world, like almost like a little like experiment to see if you can make the most degenerate nation on the planet. Is that kind of what you mean by bizarro world? What's your take on that, Chad? I kind of like that's an interesting concept. You want to elaborate a little more and maybe we can go back and forth, a little banter here, because that's a really good I didn't even cross my mind. Like maybe they're doing this as like some weird experiment to see how degenerate you can make a place without blowing the fuck up, maybe? Are we some kind of like... Petri, while you guys are getting your ass, let me get a drink real quick.
Yes, I have that.
We are already there, but I just don't feel like it's the very epitome of where it's going to be. I feel for some reason that it's going to get worse. You just give Lando 2 seconds. Let me run to the piss. We're going to go on a quick little intermission. I'm going to finish, start another live stream. If you guys want, definitely share this on Twitter. I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to probably throw up one more live stream for the night. I really appreciate you guys. And we're going to go more into the bizarro world theory. Right. You know what, Bob? I think you're really right. I mean, as somewhat of a white person, I'm like, why, right? Lando really got to pee. Let me hop off, get on Twitter. Let's get some buzz. Let's get some real conversation here. I want to maybe even get a couple lefties in here so we can have a real combo here. So let's get to some groundbreaking shit here. Let's make Lando's first live stream night pretty cool. I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Thank you for your time and your questions, and I appreciate the three of you. And I hope to see our community grow. You know, I have some connections. Holler at your boys, Revenge of the Sis, your boy Royce and Merch at We're Not Sorry. Those are the boys. They don't give a fiddly fuck. High T. Holler at your boy. I'll catch you in about 10, 15 minutes. Maybe 5. It depends. All right, y'all. Bye.